Good morning, everybody. This is Engineer Isaiah YouTube. But I am back again with another unboxing video for you guys to witness. Once again, this is another product that I bought on eBay, and it just so happens to be another Thomas and Friends product, and toy from my Thomas and Friends collection. Well, and of course, usually most Thomas and Friends toys on eBay, like the old vintage ones, are pretty expensive, especially the Trackmaster ones. But this one turned out to be a bit of a bargain. So I'm gonna get the scissors and let's get this open. Man, aren't packages hard to open sometimes? Maybe I'll have better luck if I go towards the front. Are you guys seeing this? Ooh, come on. Here it is. Here it is, folks. Another addition to my Thomas and Friends collection. That is my collection of brand new Thomas and Friends merchandise. On my last Thomas and Friends unboxing video, you've all seen me do an unboxing review of the one and only Trackmaster Spencer, which was back on June of 2025, I think. And now here's my latest addition to my collection of brand new Thomas and Friends merchandise. The Pump and Go Thomas. This is a very special Thomas and Friends toy I've had since I was a kid. Except I don't remember this part being included with this toy, and it's kind of a bummer that the colors are faded out. Most of the colors are faded out, and this poor sticker is just wanting to peel away. I might add a tiny piece of tape onto there, or just to keep it in place, and I'll be sure to give it a good dusting before I store it away. So the Pump and Go Thomas is another very special Thomas and Friends toy that I'm adding to my Thomas and Friends collection, which is another Thomas and Friends toy I've had since I was a little kid. I've always enjoyed pulling Tom on his back and watching him go. And boy, oh gosh. Despite this toy, it's kind of dirty for a brand new toy, to be honest. I'll definitely be sure to give this toy a good wiping down with a rag or something before I put it on display. But other than that, though, this is in great condition. I wish the colors weren't so faded out, though. The back looks okay, but the sides aren't looking too good. And I would give it a nice coat of brand new fresh blue paint, but that would ruin the whole product. Other than that, though, this is a spec. Although some of the Thomas and Friends toys I have new in their original boxes do have some colors that are faded out. Like my musical Thomas spot, you told me. The Pump and Go Thomas was created by the Hit Toy Company. It's for ages 30 months and up, which means you have to be a little bit more than a year old to play with this toy. And no batteries are required. Just the power of pulling back, connecting Thomas to the launcher, and send Thomas forward. And here we have the classic nostalgic Thomas and Friends logo, and it says, "Give Thomas a few pumps, and off he goes." He goes. And the picture shows how it all how it works. So this is the front. So this is what the front looks like. And if I flip it around, I'll show you what the back looks like. Looks like. There aren't many instructions or information about this Thomas and Friends toy. All I know, here are the out of all the other Thomas and Friends toys in the world, these are nothing but pure easy steps that doesn't take a lot of effort. It says pump, 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 and off Thomas goes. Press and watch Thomas speed away. For more fun, go to www.thomastrackmaster.com, which is strange because this is actually not a Thomas and Friends Trackmaster product. This is just another random Thomas and Friends toy that any child would love to have with their collection of Thomas and Friends toys. And if we look at the bottom, it says Hit Toy Company 2008 131 Sunnyside BL OVD Su 1006 Plain View New York 1180803. For questions about this or other Hit Toy products, please contact us via email at consumer at thomasandfriends.com, made in China. Item hashtag 63035 or 35 045986630353. And here's more information about this product. It's this Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, created by Britt Allcraft, based on the Railway series by the Rev Everett W. Audrey. 2008, Goulet Thomas Limited, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, and Thomas and Friends are trademarks of Goulet. Thomas Limited, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, and design is U.S. patent and TM off. 2008, Hit Entertainment Limited. Hit and the Hit logo are trademarks of Hit Entertainment Limited. Details and colors of parts may vary. Items subject to availability confirms to the safety requirements of ASTM F963. Please retain this address for reference. www.thomasandfriends.com. And that's all the information about this toy that we get on the box. The Pump and Go Thomas is another Thomas and Friends toy from my childhood. And let me tell you, this is one of the coolest Thomas and Friends products I ever owned. And surprisingly, despite this is the kind of toy that doesn't require any batteries, surprisingly, it has pretty good weight to it. It feels kind of heavy and it feels really nice. This is one of the rarest Thomas and Friends toys I've ever gotten in a long time. It kind of looks similar to my first RC Thomas the Tank Engine that I got back in January of 2024, which was about a year ago. A year ago. And of course, this is just another toy that I've had since I was a kid, and I enjoyed playing with it a lot when I was younger. Just looking at this product, it really brings back a lot of nostalgic memories from my old childhood past. I've had this toy at the exact same time when I got my Carnival Fun pull-along Thomas the Tank Engine. Both of those Thomas and Friends products look remarkably similar and are remarkably the same size. Size. It sure has been a while since I've seen this Thomas and Friends product, and hopefully maybe I can touch this up a little bit so it will look much better. I'm not going to try to take the sticker off though. But however, though I might use a little bit of tape to keep the sticker on, which might mess up the product just a little bit, but it will be worth it if it fixes the sticker and keeps it and smooth it in place. Well, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to start touching or giving this little product a little bit of a makeover. Be right back. Actually, I'll do that later. But right now, though, I just want to say that this is another nostalgic Thomas and Friends toy I've had since I was a kid. Here's what he looks like from the front. You can see his face. He's right about in this corner. So here's the side front. Side back. I've already showed you the bottom, and here's the top. And that's pretty much all there is to witness in this. Now, I have to admit that there's not much to talk about. Normally my unboxing videos are longer than this. But before I go, I just want to say, after I end this video, I am gonna touch this product up by giving it a bit of a makeover by adding extra tape, and dusting it off and getting it clean, getting it cleaned, and I'll get it on display. And I'll be sure to get it on display on my shelf. And let me tell you, folks, this is literally one of the best Thomas and Friends toys I've owned so far. This will go great with especially go great with my Carnival Fun pull-along toy, because I've had the Carnival Fun pull-along Thomas and Friends toy along with the Pump and Go Thomas at the exact same time. Somehow, though, I don't remember this piece being a part of this product. But that doesn't matter. And if you're interested in purchasing the Pump and Go Thomas for yourself, you're most likely going to have a better chance of finding it if you look it up on eBay. However, though, I just bought the last one, so there's not a single one available right now. However, though, by any chance you find another Pump and Go Thomas for sale on eBay, brand new or pre-owned, you better save your allowance and buy it right away as soon as you have enough money to afford it, because it is incredibly rare and hard to find. And thankfully, though I paid nowhere near $100 for this product, this Pump and Go Thomas turned out to be kind of a bargain. Of course, you could probably find it at this Pump and Go Thomas toy at a thrift store, or at any antique store, or wherever classic toys are sold. Or if you rather, you could find it at a garage sale. Let's sell. This is another cool Thomas and Friends product I'm going to enjoy owning for the rest of my life. I've also forgot to mention that Tom's the Tank Engine is based on the classic E2 steam locomotive from way back in the old days, when there were only 10 of them running. That was the real Thomas back then. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to touch up this product and give it a bit of a makeover so it will be fixed and restored. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again next time. Goodbye. Oh, and remember, God made you special, and He loves you very much. Okay, I gotta go now. See you later.